we will need a pillow and then just yourself so we can get started. If you wish to use any other props such as bricks or blocks or something you have nearby, then of course catch to yourself and we'll get started. We'll start today in a comfortable seated posture, so you can come to cross-legged, keeping yourself in a gentle pose. So again, if your hips are feeling stiff, feel free to pop something underneath your hips or feel a little bit lifted. Starting to settle in, closing down the eyes, and whether you're practicing now in the morning or evening, whatever time it is for you, just giving this moment for yourself to fully arrive, leaving the whole outside world behind and stepping into this beautiful moment of presence. Forgetting also about the future, whatever is there next for to come or whatever is in your to-do list, letting all those things just fade away as you're arriving to your body, softening your eyes, keeping your hip bones rooted in the ground, and imagining, seeing yourself sitting in a space in nature. So as your eyes are closed, just imagining in your inner vision, how would it look like if you were in your favorite space in nature? What would you feel? How would the air temperature be? How would the ground feel underneath you? Just really tapping into that. So how would the ground feel underneath you, underneath your hip bones? Almost feeling that the ground is hugging you closer. Working with the gravity. Connecting your left hand to the heart and right hand to the lower tummy. We'll begin a little pranayama breathing practice. So just starting to invite your breath into the lower parts of the belly. Every inhale, you can feel your tummy expanding. And every exhale, contracting. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, so as the face and neck and shoulders. And just noticing, how does it feel to breathe today? Keeping your eyes as relaxed as you can. Letting the breath just flow like an ocean tide. Couple more breaths. I always like to start the class with a little bit of stillness to settle in. After your next exhale, you can lower your head to the heart center, dropping your head down and setting intention for the class ahead, asking yourself, what do you need today? What would you like to call in? Setting an internal vision, Sankapa, focus for your practice. Gently opening your eyes, welcome back. We'll start today in a little bit different kind of pose. So we'll start in our low squat. So you can bring your feet to the mat, keeping your heels quite wide, knees open. We'll bring the hands to the heart center. So I'll just stay here but facing the other way. If you need any props underneath your seat, you can keep a pillow or a brick underneath you. if you feel that otherwise it might feel stiff. And then actively just really pressing the elbows against your knees, opening the chest, straightening the whole spine. And we'll do this exact same pose at the end of our practice. And then at the end of our practice, we'll notice if it feels different than now. And taking a moment to stay here. So again, close your eyes, just coming to your breath. Starting your Ujjayi breathing, if that's familiar for you. So ocean breath, strong inhales and exhales through the nose. And really feeling these points of energy shooting from the feet to the earth beneath you. You can probably feel this already quite a lot in the feet, so I can feel that too. And really actively straightening the spine as your elbows are pressing against the knees are opening. After your next exhale, we'll drop the hands down and we'll just walk the hands far. So now kind of a counter pose. So instead of straightening the spine, we'll round the spine. We'll fold to the space between our feet, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. Breathing to the lower back, middle back. And then pressing to the hands, straightening the legs, bring your feet forward as you fold. Maybe shifting your weight forward and backward, gently lifting your heels and lifting the toes. If your hands are not in the ground, you can just hover them, or you can take hold of your elbows to just kind of waking up those hamstrings. And today we'll open our creative flow with a strong hamstring opener. This is one of my favorite ways to wake the hamstrings very quickly. So if you're someone who often has tight hamstrings, maybe you run a lot or sit in the office a lot, this might be really good for you at least. Good. Bringing your heels down, we'll bring our hands behind our head. So gently interlocking the fingers as you melt your head down. Relaxing everything to begin, keeping a little soft bend with your knees. And from here, we'll start to inhale as you lift, exhale as you pulse down, exhale from the mouth. So you're forcing this exhale, inhale comes almost naturally. Keep going, exhale, 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 keep going. Really breathing to the hamstring space, not much left here, opening the space in the legs. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands down. Good. Bend your knees. Inhaling to lift your arms up, keeping your heels lifted, and we'll slowly start to rise up. So coming to standing as slowly as you can, keeping your gazing point, keeping your heels lifted. And as you come up, we'll lift the heels, we'll press hips forward, opening the chest, maybe a little back bend, keep your balance. Exhale, drop your heels down, hands to the heart center. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders back and down. I'll just straighten my mat so I'm closer to you and we'll get started. If you choose to practice with any music today, you can pop that on now. There's a lot of great lists in Spotify. Otherwise, place your pillow to the side and we'll find our way to the top of the mat. Good. Starting today in hip distance apart standing posture. So Tadasana, rolling the shoulders back and down, keeping your palms facing forward. Closing the eyes. And now just bringing your whole point of focus to the feet. Are your feet supporting you in each corner of the foot? So do you have your weight in the front, back, side, and side? And you can just do a little movement, front, back, side, and side. If you have your eyes closed, might feel a little bit more difficult, but that's part of the practice. Keep breathing, so staying with your Ujjayi breath, finding balance, Today, I'll give you loads of modifications. So wherever you are with your yoga practice, there will be something for you. I'm also this week in Finland seeing my family. So if my words struggle some point, it's just my brain talking in many languages. So I'll try to keep up on it. Good. Couple more rounds. Such a nice practice to just kind of wake up those little tiny muscles in the feet that we often leave unnoticed since we have such a supportive shoes. And then we'll try to lift the heels and do the same. So as you lift your heels, can you bring your weight forward, backward, side, and side? Much harder. Maybe keep your eyes closed, even more difficult. Woo. Maybe 2 more rounds. Just waking up those little muscles in the feet. Keep your eyes still closed if you can. And finding center. Dropping your heels down, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling to lift the arms, looking up towards the hands. Exhale, swan dive down. Keep your arms by your side for this one. Inhaling, half lift, maybe hands to your knees. Straighten the back. Exhale, hands down. Step your left foot back. Drop your back knee, coming to your low lunge. Inhaling to lift up. Actively pressing the right heel down. Exhale, hold it here. Good. Interlock the fingers. We'll bring the hands to the knee, pressing the knee away from you, opening the chest, little back bend. 5 breaths here, keeping it active. So if this is strong already, stay here. Option to go for a little bit of stronger back bend, or maybe keeping your legs active. So as we had practiced before, really pressing the right heel towards the left knee towards the right heel, finding the length to the back thigh too. 2 more full breaths. And 1. Good. Release your hands to the inside of the foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, and walk your Skandasana to the back of the mat. So bending your left knee, bring your hands to the heart center. So if you haven't done mandala flow practice before, it is similar to vinyasa flow, except we're moving a little bit more from side to side, back to front in the mat. I'll keep you guided, so hope you can still stay in the practice. Good. If this is too much, you can keep your hands down. You can keep your left heel lifted or down, and you can try to keep your right toes lifted too. A couple more breaths. And 1. Good. As strong as you can. Keeping the legs strong, we'll lift up to warrior 2 to the front of the mat. Right away. Bending your right knee, coming to warrior 2. Strong warrior here. Bending your right knee a little more. Keeping the right knee directly towards the right toes. Breathing in and out. Keeping your core active. Make sure there's one line from your head to your heel. Flipping the right palm up. We'll reverse a warrior. Breathing in and out. Option to do a little bit of more of a difficult version by keeping your both arms lifted. Breathing here. Same time your right knee is bending a little more. Your chest is opening. Your arms are above your head. 2 more breaths. 1. Back to warrior 2. Now we'll cartwheel our left hand down and right arm lifts up for a twist. Hold it here. Bending your right knee a little more. Breathing in and out for 5. 4. 4. 3. If it's too much, feel free to drop your back knee, but try to stay with it. And 1. Beautiful. Pressing your hand down as much as you can. We'll start to swipe the right foot back and behind us, bringing the right toes down, keeping the right heel lifted. Optional to stay in modified side plank. Maybe lifting your hips up for a wild thing. Breathing in and out. 3. 4. 2. And 1. Good. Slowly bringing your hand down and bringing your right knee to your nose. So right hand comes down, right knee comes to your nose. Crunch. Hold it here. Press the ground away. Lift the heel and your knee higher. Inhaling to 3-legged. Bend your knee, open the hip. Flexing your right foot and drawing your heel towards the glute. Pressing the ground away with your hands and drawing your chest closer to the left leg. Keep breathing. Option to open the hip a little more, maybe looking underneath your right shoulder. Are you breathing? Are you pressing yourself away from the mat? Is everything active? Is your right heel active? Final breaths. Last one. And one. Straighten the right leg, point the toes. Step your right leg through. We'll walk the hands a little further as we lift the back foot. And now, as your back foot lifts, we'll try to lift our left arm as well. So coming to your half moon, keeping your gazing point down. If this is too much for you, you can keep your right knee with a strong bend. Otherwise, option to even hover your right fingertips. Keep everything open so hip bones are stacked. 5 breaths here. You're doing well. We're going straight to it. 4, 3, 2, maybe lifting your left foot higher, and 1. Good. Bring your both hands down, and then bring your both arms by your side. Good. Option to stay here if it's fine. Option to bring your hands down if that was way too much. We have sequence of 5 breaths coming. So option to stay here. Maybe you're ready for that balance. Keep your arms by your side. On your inhale, you shift your arms forward. On your exhale, bring them back. Keep going. I'll just close this curtain for lighting. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. 3 more. I told you today we're sweating. 2. And 1 more. Good. Hands down. Take a big step back, down facing. Well deserved. Walk the dog. Bend your knees one by one. Really opening to those hamstrings as you draw the heels down. Fingers are nice and wide. Knuckles are pressing down to the earth. Finding stillness in your dart facing when you're ready. Keeping everything active. Inhaling through the nose. White light exhaling from the mouth. Smoke, heaviness, tension. 4 more breaths. 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful. Drop your knees for a moment. Option to come to child's pose. Maybe you choose to stay in a heart opener by keeping your hips high for puppy pose. So puppy pose option here, or maybe you choose a little more restorative rest in child's pose. And as you arrive to child's pose, how can you relax your body a little more? How can you let your tummy sink down? So maybe opening the knees apart a little. Coming back to yourself, to your breath. Scanning the body for any differences between the sides. And pressing your hands down. Beautiful. Coming to your Dara facing. Inhaling, coming to your plank pose, straight legs. So just lift the heels, ripple the spine to your plank. Press the hands against the mat, so creating as much space between the chest and the yoga mat. And then lift the hips back, Dara facing. 4 more. Inhaling, ripple forward. Hold. Exhale, press it back. 3 more. And press it back. 2. Press it back. Last one. Press it back. We'll do the same one with bent knees. So keep your knees bent. Try to draw your tummy towards the thighs. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, shoot it back. Inhale, forward. 3 more, exhale, back. Good, keep breathing. Last one. Forward plank pose. Optional chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Listen to your body. What do you need from this practice? Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down facing. Always welcome to start slower and build up, or maybe the opposite way, just whatever suits your practice today. Every day is so different when we arrive to a mat. It's important to listen. Looking forward, we'll take a step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, melt down. Inhaling, bring your arms above your head, coming to standing straight spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep your eyes closed. Just take a moment to arrive back. Keep pressing your thumbs to the chest. Good. A little smile to your face. Gratitude of being here with me today in your mat. Slowly open your eyes. We'll find our way to a chair pose. So before we arrive to your other side, let's do a little twist. You can keep your feet together a little bit apart, whatever feels better for you. So finding your way to chair pose. Important here is to really keep the feet grounded and then pressing the hips back, opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart center. We'll take a twist to the right, left elbow to your right knee. Keep your knees in straight line so you can check your knees. Are they exactly in the same line? And then looking over the right shoulder, breathe. Breathing in and out. 3 more breaths. And 2. And 1, back to center. Now, other side, twist to the left, right elbow to your left knee. Looking over the left shoulder, breathing for 5. Knees are in the same line, feet are pressing down. 4, 3. Can you go lower? 2. And 1, back to center, inhaling. Exhale, hands down, straighten the legs. Whew. Good, inhale, half lift. Exhale, take a big step back with your right foot, low lunge on this side, inhaling to reach your arms up. Staying here, breathing in. Breathing out, press your hands against the knees. Option to interlock the fingers as you open the chest, so really drawing your way back from the leg. Actively pressing your left heel down, and then left heel down and back towards your right knee, and right knee down and towards your left heel. Whew, I can really feel this in my right thigh. Maybe coming to a stronger back bend by just curving the back, pressing your away from the leg. 3 more breaths. And just noticing again if this feels different on the other side. We often have differences on our body sides. 1, release the hands down, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee and travel to the back of the mat. So now we'll bend our right knee. Right toes are facing out, hands are either in the ground or in the heart center. Try to keep your left toes lifted if you can. Hold. So sometimes I feel that my ankle can be quite tense and I choose to just be gentle for my body and I lift my right heel, but sometimes it really goes down easily. So just listening to your body, very important. Good. Much more important than the goal or the end pose, how it looks like, more how it feels like. 1 more inhale. Next exhale, hands down, or maybe keeping the hands in the heart center as we travel to warrior 2. Super slow, coming to the top of the mat. Bending your left knee, bring your arms by your side, making sure the back foot is in 90-degree angle, keeping your left knee with a stronger bend. And taking a reversed warrior, so flipping the left palm up. Option to stay here, maybe lifting your right arm to join. So here you feel that it's a little more supported as you lift your right arm. You need to do more work to same time press the left heel and then press your arms to the opposite direction, really lengthening the body, same time breathing. 3 more. 2, 1, warrior 2, and cartwheel your right hand down, left arm lifts up. Yes, we're again in our twist. Looking up towards the left arm, left hand bending your left knee a little more. Keep breathing. 5. Maybe bringing your right hand already to the middle of the mat. 4, 3, can you bend your left knee a little more? 2, I promise we have a break coming. And 1, sliding your left foot back and behind. Again, modified side plank, or maybe lifting your hips up for a back bend. Try to keep your right heel lifted. Breathing in and out. 3, for 2, and 1. As slowly as you can, bring your left hand down, and we'll bring the left knee to our nose. Hold, stay strong, keeping your left knee close to the nose, keeping your left heel lifted. Breathe. 3. Breathe for 2. Almost there. Are you ready for balance? Yes, you are. 1. Lift it up. Good. 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee. Open the hip. Flex your left foot. And actively drawing your left heel to the glute, opening the whole hip joint, pressing the ground away. Here, looking underneath the left shoulder, full body stretch. Tomorrow you'll thank me when everything feels lengthened. Breathing in and out. Usually I do these kind of poses every day and it's really helping me with so many things. But now I have been taking a few days off, break from yoga and from my work and from my self-practice as well, because I've been spending a lot of time with my family. I can really feel the difference. I'm like, whoo, this doesn't feel the same anymore, but that is just the power and beauty of these poses. You can always come back and build your practice and the sensations again. Good. Lengthening your left leg. And we'll step the left foot through. Good. Finding yourself to balancing pose. So lifting your back foot. Option to keep the hands down. Or if you did that warrior 3 version before, you can keep your arms by your side. You know what's happening. Flex the back foot. Breathe. If you're staying with me a little bit higher up, try to lift the back heel a little more. On your inhale, you'll slide the arms up and above your head. Exhaling back. 4 more. Stay strong. I am sweating. Woo. Really getting those juices flowing, getting our circulation energized. Last 2. Last 1. And hands down. Well done. Take a big step back, Dara facing. Again, wiggle the dog, bend your knees one by one. One of my favorite way to open the Dara facing dog, even if I'm practicing by myself, is to bring the feet together at the back of the mat, then lifting the hips as high as you can, and then we'll lift the heels, and now we'll bend the knees to one side as you feel the side of the body lengthening, then straighten the legs, and then to the other. So one of my favorite way to really open the whole middle back, lower back, upper back of the shoulder blades, rib cage, a lot of things happening. So really enjoying this moment now. One of Mandala Flow's practice is also to create a little bit of free movement, to discover your unique body, connecting yourself, your mind to the physical body. So often we're kind of stuck in our headspace. So just really getting to know how does the rest of the body feel too. Yes, last time. Back to center. Maybe bring your feet hip distance apart. Inhaling to plank. Let's lower down chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Always if you lower down chaturanga, keep your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Inhaling, upper facing. Exhaling, down facing. Oh, good. And again, we'll take an optional breathing break. So maybe this time, if you did child's pose before, you can do now your puppy pose, or the opposite way. So choosing that version you didn't do yet. Also, if you're ready to discover something else, maybe doing a stretch to open the feet. So keeping the toes tucked, sitting back. And if this feels easy, you can walk your knees closer to your toes, and that will get much more difficult. So staying here, option to pop that pillow underneath your seat. If it feels too much, or maybe underneath the heels, this might ease a little. And I'll give you all 10 counts, 10 full nourishing breaths wherever you are. And again, if you're in this option with me, if it feels, whoa, that's too much, then keep walking your knees a little bit further or back, kind of listening to your body, noticing where it feels easier, harder. And yeah, you can just discover your body. Every body feels different. Relaxing the shoulders, whether you're down in your puppy pose, child's pose, or in this foot opener. Let's just breathe. Connecting to the intelligence of our breath, the quickest way to transform any sensations or energy levels, emotions that are present. We have that gift of our breath. And we have that gift to just come back to Ujjayi breathing anytime during the days. Today I was driving the car for many hours, like 3 hours, and I was like, oh, I really haven't had time for my own yoga practice today. But then always I know that if I don't have anything else, I have my power of my breath. So I was keeping my other hand on my belly as I was driving the car, just making sure I'm breathing to the right muscles, to the diaphragm, to the lower tummy, as so often we hold the breath in our chest. So really important to know that you're breathing with the right muscles to clear out any stagnation, physical or energetic, emotional stagnation out of the body, kind of bringing health to many layers of our existence. Let's take one more breath. Exhaling from the mouth. Slowly opening your eyes wherever you've been, and we'll find our way to your down facing. So if you've been here with me, untuck the toes, just tap the toes down to release. Bring your hands down, and we'll find our way back to down facing. Good. Pressing your heels back to find stillness. On your inhale, you can look forward. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise. And exhaling, hands to the heart center. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's do 3 times salutation just with our arms. So now keeping your eyes closed and more noticing how your breath flows with the movement and how the movement flows with your breath. And then we'll continue. So keeping your eyes closed, keeping your feet hip distance apart, connecting to the earth. On your inhale, bring your arms by your side and lift the arms above your head. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. 2 more. Inhaling, drawing a big circle, imagining you're drawing this light bubble around you. It's your energy field. Exhaling, arms by your side to the heart space. Last one, inhaling fully. And exhaling completely. Good. Keeping your arms where they are in the heart center, opening the eyes. And we'll take a big step back with our left foot. Coming straight to triangle pose. So we'll bring our arms by our side. Inhaling here. Growing tall, imagine someone's pulling from the head. Exhaling, we'll tilt the hips to the left as we fold over the right leg. Good. And when you can't fold anymore, we'll bring the right hand down, lifting your left arm up. And whether you're here, doesn't matter. Main thing is that imagining that I'm coming to the top of your mat, that you're between two walls. So wherever you are, doesn't matter. I just want you to be between two walls. Imagine you pressing the chest back, same time pressing the hips forward, especially the right hip bone forward, left hip bone back. Keep breathing. You should feel a strong stretch on the side of the left side of the body. Breathing in and out. 2. Good. Bringing your left arm behind your back. Bringing your left hand to the right hip. And then bringing your right hand to the left elbow. Stay here much stronger. Connect the hands to the elbows. Breathe. Breathing in and out. Last 2. 1. Bend your right knee. Rise up to standing. Keep your arms where they are. And we'll right away switch the legs to the other side. Just bending your left knee deeply now. And we'll come to side angle pose with arms behind our back. So imagine you're folding. You're coming to a straight line. So left toes are pointing forward. And you have one line from the head, right shoulder, all the way to the right heel. Can you bend the left knees a little more? Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Release your left hand to the outside of the left foot and drop your back knee down. We'll come to a nice modification of side angle pose. Even if you have an advanced yoga practice, you will love this, I feel like, because I do love this modification. So now, lifting your way up, we'll bring the left elbow to your left thigh. On your next inhale, bring your right arm above your head. Option 1 to stay here. So now really digging in deeply to this hip joint. So if this is already way too much for you, then stay here. Just keep opening the hips. So left hip bone press forward, right hip bone back. Look underneath your arm. Stay here and keep lowering your way down. Make sure there's one line from the left knee to the left heel. If this is easy, maybe you can slide your hand to the inside of the foot, lowering the hips down, 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 until you can't go further, and just enjoying the stretch. If this is very easy, you can maybe go for a bind. So if you haven't discovered your bind before, this is a safe space to discover that. So bringing your arms behind you, catching your left hand to the right wrist. Breathing. We'll breathe for 5 wherever we are. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you have your bind, you can try to straighten the leg, staying with your bind with a straight leg. Or if you don't have a bind, then just straighten the leg and keep your arms folding towards the leg, finding the beautiful side stretch. Your body is thanking you for this, I promise. Breathing, that positivity for your whole being. Good. And then lift your way up. As you lift your way up, release the bind. If you had that, we'll bring the right hand down. Now lifting the left leg, left arm. Bend your knee, catch hold of the foot looking down. And you can kick the foot against the hand as much as you can, creating a back bend here. Good. Breathing to open. Maybe kicking a little further. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 2. And 1. Release the foot. Bring your hand down gently and bring your left knee behind the right knee. So left knee behind the right knee. Stay with me. Open the feet wide and we'll walk our way to our cow pose or shoelace pose, whatever you want to call it. If this is too strong already, feel free to pop a pillow or a brick underneath your seat. And if this is too much, you can feel that your hips are lifted, then maybe finding another option, such as cross-legged, so just crossing the legs over. If you're here comfortably, catching your hands to your feet, straightening the spine, and then your exhale, fold So you should feel a strong stretch on the outsides of the legs and your IT bands. It's quite personal where you feel this, so just listening to your body. Maybe bring your arms forward. Breathe. Finding a moment to rest. Inhaling to lift up, bringing your hands forward as we flip back where we came from, stepping your left foot back and lifting your right leg up and over to your three-legged dog. This time, keep your legs straight, keeping your hips squared and flex the right foot. We have a little power move coming. So on your inhale, you'll lift your left heel. You'll come to plank pose, just tapping the right toe down. Tap, and then shoot it back up, three-legged dog. Try to keep the right leg as straight as you can. 4 more. If it's too much, you can drop the foot down between. 3 more. Breathe. Shoulders are working. 2. Last one. Hold it lifted. A little lift with your right foot. Lift, 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 and then point the toes. Knee to the nose. Straighten it. Knee to the nose. Whew, 3 more. Then we're done. Last one. Step the foot through. Bring your hands to the inside of the foot to the left. And fold. Whew. You're welcome. Toes in, heels out, fold, maybe catching hold of the elbows. And just really releasing the hamstrings. Shaking the head side to side, releasing any tension over there. If you choose, you can also bring your arms above your head. If you're practicing a tripod headstand, feel free to go there. And if you're not sure how that goes and you're very familiar otherwise with headstands, you can try that with your own risk. If you know that you have a lot of trust in your headstands, by just bringing your arms to the ground, hands to the ground, and then bringing your head down, starting to otherwise stay where you are. If you're like, whoa, what is she doing? You can start to press the hands against the mat, then bending your knees to the armpits and starting to lift up from there. You can even stay here for a moment or maybe lifting up if it feels okay. Good. Coming slowly down, same way you came from. And finding your way to the top of the mat, bending your right knee and stepping your left foot to meet the right. Fold. Relaxing your head, neck, shoulders, arms. Keeping everything just relaxed down. So we'll take 10 breaths in our forward fold to just kind of seal the difference and change between our sides. Keeping everything relaxed. If you can't touch the ground, you have option to connect your hands to your elbows. Maybe you choose to take that little rock again, forward, back, side to side, just to activate those little muscles in the feet. Are you breathing? Is your breath flowing smoothly? Noticing if you're out of breath, just taking this time to really find your breath back. And slowly bring your hands down, bending your knees, rippling the spine up to standing, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. And we'll find our way to other side, hands to the heart center. Connecting here, and we'll take a big step back with our right foot. Trikonasana, other side, arms by your side, and we'll fold to the left. Only thing that I will do the opposite way so you can still see me. So keeping your right foot 90-degree angle, left foot is pointing forward, arms by your side, zip the core in, and we'll start to fold over towards the left leg. Bring your left hand down, lifting your right arm up. And again, wherever you are, if you have bricks or something underneath your hand, it might be quite a nice option to do that. Breathe. Again, left hip bone presses forward, right hip bone back, chest back. Everything is in one line. You should feel a super strong stretch underneath the left leg, lengthening the body, same time breathing. 2 more breaths until we move forward. And we'll bring our right arm behind our back, connecting the right hand to the left hip. And then the left arm to the right elbow. Catch hold of the elbows. So both hands catch hold of the elbows. Keep looking up, really finding that length to the side of the body. Breathe. For 3. For 2. Can you go a little lower? Can you still open the chest a little more, twisting the body, creating detoxification to the digestive fire. 1. Bend your left knee as you lift yourself up to avoid any stress in the legs. We'll face the right toes forward as we shuffle the left foot back a little, bending your right knee and finding your side angle pose without legs. Hold. Going as low as you can. You can also rest the right shoulder kind of to the right thigh if you can still open the chest. Make sure you're not here. So you want to really keep the right knee bent. You're working those beautiful legs of yours. Breathing. 4 more breaths, then we're done. 3. 2. Remembering you don't need to go this far if that's not you. 2. 1. Look down and bring your right hand to the outside of the right foot. Drop your back knee down and we'll find our way to your modified side angle pose. Maybe taking a little shuffle to that leg, bending your right knee, right elbow to your right thigh, side angle pose option 1. Remembering to go wherever you need to go today. Maybe you can slide your right hand to the inside or to the outside of the right foot. I recommend inside here, so that will help you to open that chest. So keeping the chest really open is important, but still make sure that the right knee is pointing to the right toes, not towards the right shoulder. Good. Maybe going for the full bind, and then we'll hold for 5 breaths together wherever you are, your level, your mat, noticing if this side feels different than the other one, and that is fine. Then you can just choose the other version. Breathe. 3 more full breaths. Connecting in, even if you're shaking, that's good, that's fine, it's beautiful. 1, if you have your bind, maybe straightening the legs as you stay here. If you don't have your bind, you can keep your arms by just folding to the straight leg, finding a side stretch. Breathe. 3, 2, I should have a counter clock telling me how many times I tell you to breathe today, but I hope you get that it's very important. And 1, lift up. Coming up, bring your left hand down, lifting your right leg up, bend your knee, press the hips forward, actively kicking the right foot against the right hand, breathe. Looking down for balance, or if you have a lot of balance, you can look up. Maybe it's a little bit more difficult. Breathing in and out. Noticing your own energy storage, that you're energizing and revitalizing even more. Releasing that foot, hand down, and bringing your right knee behind your left knee. So right knee behind the left knee. Open both feet, maybe catching the pillow with you as you come to seated. So again, shoelace pose, cow pose, whatever you prefer to call it. Many of our asanas have a double name, so you can always choose what suits you. Maybe staying up here if you can already feel the stretch. Option to fall forward, or maybe doing that same cross-legged pose, just falling forward if you did that before. And as you breathe here, just noticing if you're facing more to the back of the mat or to the front of the mat, whatever it is, then knowing just which way to go next so you're not lost when we find our way back. I'm going to the back of the mat since I'm facing this way. Inhaling and exhaling completely. Lifting your head up, bring your hands down, and now lifting that back foot, pressing your right toes down and lifting the left leg up for our last three-legged dog. Keeping your foot flexed, legs straight. Inhale here. Exhale, plank pose, keeping the legs strong. Inhaling to shoot up. 4 more, that's it. That's done with our shoulders then. 3, 2, just trying to get the maximum range of motion in these poses. Last one, go there. My earphone is almost falling. Hold it here. Maybe a little lifts with the left heel. Lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 times. Good. Last 2. Last one. And arm facing. Whew, that was tough. Well done. Beautiful. Drop your knees down. And cross the ankles behind your back, coming to seated pose, and we'll bring our feet forward. Inhaling to lift your arms, exhaling to fold. And folding to the space between your feet, relaxing the whole face, everything, just letting everything fold over the legs. We've done a lot of hamstring work, a lot of back bends, twists, full body class. So allowing yourself to rewind. If it feels good to have a bolster, pillow, brick, anything underneath your head, feel free to take that to get yourself even more comfortable. Maybe choosing to flip the palms up and breathe. On your inhale, slowly lifting your way up. We'll bend our knees and we'll come to our bridge pose. So coming to lay down, pressing the feet against the earth, keeping your feet hip distance apart. And we'll come to your optional back bend, maybe bridge pose, just lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes together, or maybe your full wheel if you're familiar with that back bend. Choosing your option. Imagining you have something between your knees so they're not opening. Squeezing the glutes, activating everything wherever you are. Pressing the pelvis even higher. Breathe. There we go. There was another cue. If you're here with me in bridge, maybe choose to bring your arms above as well. Lifting your hips higher. Hold. Maybe lifting your heels. Last 3, 2, 1. Coming down wherever you have been. Bring your knees to your chest. Rocking side to side. And as a counter pose, we'll arrive to our halasana or snail pose. So trying to bring your feet above your head. Option to stay here. If your feet are not touching the ground, then just hover. Or option to bend your knees towards your ears for a deep counter pose, opening the whole back body. Breathing in and out. And just feeling your body breathing, closing the eyes, maybe supporting the hands to your lower back, or maybe keeping everything down. When you're ready, rippling your way out of the pose, bringing the soles of the feet together. Bring your arms above your head. Maybe lengthening the arms, or maybe bringing your hands underneath your head, opening the chest, and then really curving the spine a little. So curving the spine, bringing your glutes closer to your shoulders away from the ears, knees are open. You can stay here still, just taking strong inhales and exhales from the nose, exhaling from the mouth. Option to do a little activation to open the hips a little more by just pulsing the knees down, soothing the inner thighs to open a little more after our hip opening flow, mandala flow. Still taking strong inhales and exhales wherever you're inhaling wide light, keeping your eyes closed. Exhaling any tension out of the body. Maybe one more inhale. And exhaling to release. Good. Finding stillness. Bring your arms by your side. And just imagining your whole body melting down. If your legs feel too much here now, you can straighten them too. Relaxing all the facial expressions, eyes, nose, cheekbones, mouth, relaxing the top of the mouth, side of the mouth, tongue, back of the tongue, your throat, neck, back of the neck, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, wrists, left wrist, left hand, right hand, chest, tummy, middle back, lower back, hips, pelvic floor, pelvic bowl, glutes, thighs, hamstrings, knees, calves, relaxing the ankles and feet and your every single toe. Bring your hands to your knees to close your knees, giving yourself a big squeeze of love. Rocking your way up to seated, bring your hands to your heart center. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and exhaling from the mouth, allowing your head to your heart center, feeling the gratitude of showing for your mat, for showing for your practice today. Doing good for yourself to be more in line to who you truly are, so you can show up to the world from a space of peace and presence. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this creative flow, and I can't wait to see you all very soon. Sending you lots of love.